So this is my Buddy Duane, and this is a 16.2 and a half hand 6-year-old thoroughbred gelding by Golden Sense. And I've not had a Golden Sense in quite some time, so I'm really happy to have him because I always tend to like the Golden Sense babies. And this kid is really, really cute. His face, he just has such a baby face about him, and I don't know if that's ever going to change, and I hope not because he has the cutest face and expression, and he just is such a goofy kid. Just your totally typical, playful, goofy gelding. Such a pushover, a total mush. He goes out with seven and another gelding in, big field turnout. They live out 24/7, weather permitting. And he is just such a pushover. He's this big horse compared to Seven, who's like this teeny horse who I don't even think sticks 16 hands. And Seven just pushes him all over the place. And it's so ridiculous. So anyway, Dwayne ran 22 times. He came off the track in May of 2025. And he came from a trainer that I've gotten a bunch of horses from over the years. And a friend of mine, Eliza, who helps place a lot of horses at Charlestown and for this trainer in particular, she actually liked this horse so much that she decided to take him home. So she got him. She took him home to her personal farm. She had him turned out with her older retired horse, a 23-year-old thoroughbred, and she told me that her 23-year-old senior citizen was pushing Dwayne around all over the place. So just what a mush he is. And so she had him for months. She told me when he came off the track, probably about 6 months actually, she had him, if I'm doing any sense of math here. I guess he had a couple of really terrible abscesses when he came off the track, and actually you can still see the remnants of them now as they're growing out. When my farrier did his feet, he was like, oh my god, these must have been huge and painful when they happened. Now they're old, and obviously he's totally sound and recovered, but Eliza did tell me that the first couple of months he was off the track, it was just sort of one abscess after another, which is just wild. And so she did the hard work because now his feet look great. He's super comfortable. But he needed a little bit of time coming off the track for all of that foot stuff to resolve. So thank you to her for doing that. And then for selling me this lovely horse, who's now very comfortable on his feet and on his way. So Dwayne has been here for a couple of weeks. I think he's been here for 2 weeks, maybe longer. The weather sort of just kept interfering with doing his first ride. Now I've actually sat on him a few times now. This is not his first ride. I got on him the first time a couple of days ago, and actually I did a terrible job. Dwayne does not do anything wrong. He's a kind, goofy gelding. And he's very athletic, and he's soft, and he makes a beautiful shape, and he's nice moving and uphill and all those things. But when I first got on him, his steering capacity was literally 0%. I could not make this horse go where I wanted him to go, nonetheless in a straight line. It just was not possible. And so I was getting frustrated in the moment. I was trying all these things, couldn't make anything happen. And Billy was in the ring with me, and he said, let me try. I think he was getting frustrated watching me. So then he got on, and he actually reminded me of something. It was really good for me to watch, actually. Billy doesn't try and micromanage the horse, which is what I was doing. I was trying to control every little piece and make everything come together. Billy just got on and kicked him, and off they went. And as soon as the horse got forward, he got straight, and then problem solved. So actually, it was so beneficial for me to see that, because I just needed a reminder. Sometimes it's not that complicated. You don't need to micromanage every little thing that's going on. Oftentimes, if you just send them forward, the straightness and everything else just clicks into place. And that's exactly what happened with Dwayne. So then I've ridden him again since then. And then today, the stars aligned. Billy and I were both here. The weather is lovely. The sun is out. And he's finally ready to make a video appearance because he's really figuring it all out. And he is being such a good boy. So Dwayne is unbelievably soft and light in his mouth. He's in the Hermspringer duo. At times, obviously, he gets a little behind the vertical. That's not what I'm going for, but he's just so soft. And the steering's at like 80% now, but I still have to help him out a little bit. So sometimes he ducks a little behind, but most of the time I think he's pretty good. He's right on vertical. And honestly, we're just not ready to worry about that yet. We're still just, the straightness is the main concern right now, but just a very naturally soft, round horse. I mean, obviously his neck makes a beautiful shape on its own, and then he's really light in his mouth, and he's quite athletic. I think he's a really nice moving horse. He moves very uphill in all of his gaits. And he's just coming along beautifully. He's really a talented young horse. And he's just such a goofball. If you want a horse with a big personality, that is Dwayne. He's wonderful in the barn and on the ground. Comes in the barn by himself. There's no other horses in the barn. Stands quietly on cross ties. No problem going out to the ring by himself, leaving all the horses. All that is fine. He's super friendly. Wants your attention all the time. Wants to talk to you. Just a really kind, adorable horse.